Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are discussing a very crucial topic which affects millions of people worldwide. In this video, we will talk about what cholesterol is, how can you study your lipid profile reports on your own, and we are going to learn about the dietary management of cholesterol. Stick around till the end to grab some natural remedies to reverse high cholesterol level from your kitchen. This video is for you if you are suffering from cholesterol. If any of your family members are suffering from cholesterol, it can be your parents, your husband, your wife. Let's start by understanding what cholesterol actually is. So cholesterol is a fatty substance present in your blood. It is essential for building cells and for the production of hormones in your body. It is also responsible to digest and absorb certain nutrients in your body. But there are different categories of cholesterol. Some are good, some are bad. The good ones protect you from the evil, whereas the bad ones can cause inflammation and diseases. How do we know if we have high cholesterol or not without even getting tested? Your body gives you signals. Here are some signs that your body can give you if you have high cholesterol levels. You will feel shortness of breath after doing even mild physical activity like climbing up the stairs or doing a brisk walk. You may feel drowsy, fatigued, and tired most of the day because of poor oxygen flow. You can see cholesterol deposits under your skin, also known as xanthomas. You can also see cholesterol deposit under your eyelids, known as xanthelasma. Varicose veins, a very common condition, can be a sign of high cholesterol levels because high bad cholesterol can deposit in your veins. Let's understand different categories of cholesterol one by one. First is LDL or low density lipoprotein. No, I am not taking name of any alien here. Now LDL is a type of lipoprotein that carries cholesterol and fat from the liver to the cells to distribute it throughout your body. LDL levels get increased or are elevated, it can deposit in your arteries, leading to a condition called atherosclerosis, which means deposition of plaque in your arteries. This can disrupt normal blood flow to the heart, leading to cardiovascular diseases. But this is not even as dangerous. The scariest one is VLDL, very low density lipoprotein, or how I like to call it, very bad cholesterol. Now VLDL is synthesized in your liver, but it plays a crucial role in transporting your triglycerides. The production of excess VLDL depends on your calorie intake. Especially calories obtained from sugar, fats, and refined carbohydrates can elevate your VLDL contributes most to the deposition of plaque in your arteries. Not only this, it can lead to stroke, peripheral artery disease, and it can inflame your pancreas, causing pancreatitis. Excess VLDL can also affect your liver, causing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. We will discuss about this topic in another video in detail for sure. While talking about VLDL, I introduced you to one more term called triglycerides. Now, triglycerides is a type of fat found inside your blood. They are formed when your body converts excess calories into fats. These fats are stored in your liver for emergency energy. Suppose a snake comes in front of you right now. What you will do? You will run, right? Well, when you don't do any kind of physical activity, how is it possible that you can run so fast in an emergency situation? Because in an emergency situation, body starts converting stored body fat into glucose and provides you instant energy to protect yourself. High triglycerides or hypertriglyceridemia occurs when there is an imbalance between the triglyceride production and triglyceride usage, mainly because you are consuming more fats, more refined carbohydrates, more sugars, or exposing your body to toxins such as alcohol or smoking. Certain medical conditions can also contribute to hypertriglyceridemia such as diabetes, hypothyroidism, certain liver disorders. I hope I have not scared you. Okay, so let me introduce you to the hero of the show, which is HDL or high density lipoprotein, the good cholesterol. It is a type of lipoprotein that transports excess cholesterol back to the liver from all the other cells and bloodstream, where liver, being your detoxifying agent, flushes it out of your body. This is how good fats or HDL reduces your risk of heart diseases, and it also reduces inflammation from your body. Now when you know what is cholesterol, what are different types of cholesterol, as I promised, I will teach you how to understand your test reports of lipid profile. Now, total cholesterol is a sum of LDL, VLDL and HDL. Don't be scared if it is elevated to a borderline. It could be simply because high HDL also sometimes. Now, optimal levels of LDL should be 100 mg per DL. If your LDL level is between 130 to 159, it is borderline elevated. But if it is more than 160 mg per DL, then you should be more conscious. HDL or high density lipoprotein should be between 40 to 60 mg per DL for men and 50 to 60 mg per DL for women. Whereas the scariest one, VLDL or very low density lipoprotein, should be between 5 to 30 mg per DL. The lower it is, the better it is. So what are the complications or diseases associated with high cholesterol levels? As you must have grasped from the video till now, heart diseases are often a risk factor of high cholesterol, but brain stroke, hypertension, varicose vein, fatty liver, pancreatitis can be some other harmful side effects of high cholesterol levels. Hence, it is very important to keep your cholesterol levels under check. And for that, I recommend getting your lipid profiles checked once every 6 months. Now let's come to my expertise, dietary management or medical nutrition therapy of cholesterol. Now, if your cholesterol levels are elevated, to be specific, LDL, VLDL or triglycerides are elevated, then it's time you should start working on your health. Let's talk about each food group for cholesterol. First, carbohydrates. You should introduce more complex fiber-rich carbohydrates in your diet, such as oats, dalia, millets, whole wheat, bran, and so on if you want to fight cholesterol. Whereas refined carbohydrates and its products, corn flour, arrowroot, increases your chances of elevated cholesterol levels. For protein, you can incorporate pulses, legumes, lean meats such as chicken and fish, egg whites in your diet. Whereas protein-rich sources such as red meat, organ meat can elevate your cholesterol levels. To be specific, can elevate your bad cholesterol levels. Non-starchy vegetables such as cruciferous vegetables, green leafy vegetables, all the gods are really good for management of high cholesterol levels. Whereas starchy vegetables, if paired with a diet high in refined carbohydrates, can worsen your cholesterol levels. Now, good fats such as omega-3 fatty acids are responsible to elevate your HDL levels, which is your good cholesterol and has a protecting effect for your organs. But saturated fatty acids such as dalda, vanaspati can cause severe inflammation and drastically increase your VLDL levels. Certain saturated fatty acids such as ghee or coconut oil are extremely good for you despite of being a saturated fat because of antioxidant rich fatty acids present in them. All types of fruits in limited portions are good for you and should be consumed as a snack in between your meals to manage your cholesterol levels efficiently. I have got you some simple habits that you must incorporate in your routine to fight the high cholesterol levels. Moderate physical activities such as aerobic exercise, brisk walking, skipping, jogging, running, swimming make your body utilize more stored fat. Avoid deep fried, greasy, processed foods from your diet if you don't want your cholesterol levels over the roof. If you are overweight or obese, please focus on a healthy diet and lifestyle and also try and lose some weight. If you consume alcohol or smoke, then you should strictly avoid it if your cholesterol levels are already high. In 2024, a study came, no amount of alcohol is safe for human consumption by World Health Organization. So, no amount of alcohol is good for you. Start your morning by eating 2 cloves of garlic on an empty stomach with plain water. Vitamin C acts as a statin, which is a drug for cholesterol management. Sources like amla, citrus fruits, bell peppers, tomatoes are rich sources of vitamin C, so make sure you incorporate them in your diet on daily basis. Apple cider vinegar can help activate the lipase enzyme and can control elevated cholesterol. In 1 liter water, soak 1 spoon of apple cider vinegar and have this water throughout your day. You can also incorporate psyllium husk or isabgol because it is a soluble fiber which can soak up excess bad cholesterol and can flush it out of your body. From this video, I hope you must have realized that managing cholesterol is not as complicated as it seems. Regular testing, right nutrition, and a little bit of physical activity, you can take charge of your health. At this moment, I would also like to appreciate our Prime Minister's focus on health and nutrition as we launched a Fit India movement. And this is my way of keeping my country fit. Do leave your feedback in the comments and do let me know on which topic you want to see more videos. Until then, stay healthy, stay fit. Bye-bye.